My name is Claire. And the day my heart cracked wasn't in a storm or at a funeral. It was at an airport. We were at the gate in Denver, everything quiet, almost peaceful. My father bent down to my grandfather, Arthur, who was slowly sinking into Alzheimer's. Just sit here, Dad. Claire and I will be back after check-in. But we never went back. At least they didn't plan to. I remember turning around, suitcase in hand, and asking, "Aren't we forgetting something?" My father's silence was sharper than any answer. That day I saw how easily love could be treated like lost luggage. We lived in Omaha, Nebraska, in one of those white-columned homes that looked like stability from the outside. Dad was a respected surgeon. Mom was obsessed with appearances, measured love in posture, GPA, and silence. I was the perfect daughter. Or at least I had to be. But Grandpa Arthur? He was the only one who ever saw me, not as a resume but as Claire Bear, the girl who loved fairy tales and black coffee. He used to take me to the old elm tree, tell me stories of Paris in spring and winters in Maine. Even when his memory faded, he never forgot my name. Even when he forgot his own. So after they left him at the airport, like some burden too heavy to carry, I couldn't sleep. Where was he now? Did he think we'd come back? I began tracing phone numbers and searching records. Weeks later I found him, in a private nursing home 2 hours out of town. Clean, quiet, cold. He sat at the end of a hallway staring out the window like he was drifting between two worlds. "Grandpa Arthur," I whispered. "It's me. Claire Bear." His eyes lit up. Hands trembling, he reached out. "You came," he whispered. "I knew you would." From that moment I knew I couldn't keep pretending everything was okay. I took a part-time job at a bookstore just to afford weekend bus rides. We spent Saturdays together. Reading. Sharing cookies. Watching birds. He forgot the president, the year, even my age, but never forgot me. Then summer came. My parents brought out paperwork. They wanted me to sign over Arthur's house. Just a signature. For efficiency. I looked them in the eye and said, "No. If Grandpa can't speak, I will." My father slammed his hand on the table. My mother stood there frozen. That night I wrote Arthur's story and posted it online. Just a girl, her grandfather, and the silence they broke together. By morning thousands had shared it. They called him, the forgotten grandfather. Me, the granddaughter who wouldn't leave. I was invited to speak at a nonprofit campaign called No One Left Behind. I stood on stage, hands shaking, staring at a crowd I never expected. Arthur was in the front row. Confused. But smiling. "My name is Claire," I began, and my grandfather was left at an airport because he became inconvenient. But he was never disposable. He was never invisible. The room went silent. Then applause. Arthur passed away in his sleep the following spring. Peacefully. He held a picture of us beneath the elm tree. No one from my family came to his funeral. But I did. And so did hundreds of strangers who had read our story. With the savings from my job and the help of the community, I started a foundation. The Light That Remains. A safe place for the elderly, forgotten by blood but found by kindness. At the entrance hangs a photo of Grandpa Arthur, smiling in the sun. Beneath it are these words. "We don't get to choose the family we're born into. But we can choose who we fight for." Claire once taught that silence was the safest option. Now speak for those no one listens to. And I will never be silent again.